Coffee with the Editor is proudly brought to you by IRZ and the Railway Safety Regulator, RSR.
Boineelo, lovely to see you here at the African Ports and Rail Evolution here in Durban. Thank you so much for taking a little short break to speak to me. Botswana Railways, there's quite a few things happening, namely what's happening with rolling stock.
Thank you, Philippa, for this opportunity. Last year we ran an ITT on rolling stock. It was mainly based on one client of ours who is actually in the mining industry, who had wanted to move some product by April this year. But what we have picked up now is that the client has not been able to realize his estimates. So we're still working with the client, and a lot is happening because we are busy doing a rail siding actually for him, though the rail construction hasn't started because the EIA was only completed about a month back. So we're waiting for Department of Environmental Affairs to give an approval to that EIA before we do a rail siding for them.
Okay, great. And signaling?
The signaling tender, I would say it's ongoing. It's actually in two pieces. Is the actual signaling tender itself, and also what we then did as an organization, we took a decision to have a consultant which is clued up in that business to be able to evaluate the tender for us. They're busy doing that as we speak. I think the report has been sent to the organization in the last 2 days for review before it's taken to the board for approval for the next level, next stage of that.
And what's involved in the next stage?
Okay, the next stage is to basically open the financials because the number of companies that have applied would have been actually evaluated then to see whether they have actually qualified to go to the next stage. The next stage, the last stage was the technical stage. Then the next stage is the financial stage, which will be then approval given by the tender board.
What other projects are coming up? I mean, what can industry get excited about?
Okay. We have a lot of projects lined up. I'll start off with our rail networks. We want to do the project called the Musetse, Kazungula and Livingston line, which is about 400 kilometers on the northern part of the country. We are at a stage where the feasibility the feasibility tender was out. It has been closed last week. Then it will be going for evaluation, obviously, to see who will be able to do that feasibility for us. We also have the Mama Bulale Parallel project, which is coming into South Africa. Also, it's a feasibility study. So there's a lot of interest anyway, locally and internationally, for companies that want to be involved in such a project.
Fantastic. And is there anything you want to close with?
Maybe I can talk about two other projects, being our workshop. We intend to build an in-house workshop within our facilities so that we stop exporting most of the works that can be done locally, so that we empower the locals in terms of skills transfer to build up this for over the years that are becoming. As a closure, I think it's high time now as an industry we recapture the market which we have lost mainly to road. I think we just need to tidy up all the inefficiencies that we have as an organization to get this business, because surely we are cheap and we are we are able to maintain our infrastructure over a long period of time versus the road infrastructure where governments or our stakeholders spend a lot of money on.
Thank you so much for your time. It was nice to see you here.
Thank you so much.